Alright, fuckers. This is the Pigs and Shit podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Aaron.
And this is the first semi-professional episode. We have two others that is just for funsies.
Just getting a feelsies.
But now I'm about to light the ceremonial blunt.
And I'm about to take the ceremonial sip. So Matt, what's on the agenda for today?
Today is there's a couple. The for sure is going to be AIDS. AIDS is the number one thing on the agenda today. We've got it. We're going to talk about it.
I don't have it. But we've got it.
We've got a book about it. So, also, a thing that we should probably disclaim to begin with is that this podcast will be based mostly off of this book by Brad Steger and his wife, Sherry. And he spent a lot of time on Wikipedia and reading a lot of other books I don't have, so we're just going to use his book. Yeah, like literally at the very end of this first one.
I see you made some bookmarks.
Yeah. At the end, look, his first sword is AIDS Conspiracy Theories from Wikipedia.com. And I was like, okay.
Okay, you go to a website that anybody can literally change anytime.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's a really good, whatever, though. But that's basically what I'm getting at, is if I say some shit that isn't true, it's because this motherfucker wrote it. I'm sorry. I didn't write the book.
But some of the stuff makes sense.
This is going to be just kind of like a free-for-all audiobook. Okay. We're going to do this alphabetically. So the first one is AIDS / HIV. And it says here, conspiracy theorists argue that AIDS did not come out of Africa, but out of a secret government laboratory. Government laboratories that created this and other terrible weapons of biological warfare.
Sorry, everybody. I just had to close the garage door. Too many fucking cars.
Our fancy studio. So, Aaron, have you heard about this conspiracy?
I've never heard a conspiracy on AIDS.
You didn't know that supposedly the government made it to kill gays and black people all over the world?
I didn't, but to be perfectly honest, Matt, I am a Super Saiyan and I don't get sick, so I never really looked into these kinds of things.
Well, if you got AIDS, you would get sick super easy, because that's pretty much what happens when you get AIDS.
Yeah, it attacks the white blood cells and basically shuts down your immune system, right?
Pretty much. That's what the gist that I got from reading this was.
Okay.
And just before we continue, is that picking up our voices loud enough?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I said no, if those lines are big enough.
Oh, they're big enough.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Okay, so I want you to go ahead and look up Wangari Maathai.
Wangari Maathai, you say? How
Yeah.
do you fucking spell that?
Wangar. Oh, right there.
How many eyes?
That first one right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you just click that. We'll just bypass all this spelling.
The Greenbelt Movement.
I don't know what that's about, so go down.
Biography?
No.
You know, let's just go to Wikipedia, because that's where all of our sources are coming from right now. Right?
I guess we could check out what Wikipedia has.
Well, am I looking for something specific? I guess I should ask
Well,
you.
actually, yeah, just go to images. I really just kind of wanted us to get a face for who we're...
Oh, okay.
Just to kind of get a picture of who we're talking about.
Oh, it's a lady.
It's a lady.
She looks humble.
So, she got she was the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize.
Really? Looks peaceful.
Yeah. And then at the Go ahead. You see that Nobel Peace Prize right there? That picture where she's on the podium?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Go ahead and click that so we can...
What did she get it for?
Let me see. Doesn't say.
Well, we know she's a winner.
She's smiling, and it's a true happy smile. She did some good shit. But the point is that she took that ceremony as an opportunity to be like, y'all motherfucking government killed my people.
Oh.
Yeah. So
spoke up.
Well, it says, took full advantage of the international attention she received to state her claim that AIDS virus was deliberately created by was a deliberately created biological theory. Well, I'm skipping lines. I'm sorry. AIDS virus was a deliberately created biological agent to be used in warfare.
You know, I find it a little funny, and I hope you don't take any offense to this, because I hope you don't, because I'm kind of praising you for it. You read many books.
Yeah.
You read quite often.
I can't read out loud, if that's what you're getting at.
I don't read at all, and that's because I stutter read as I read in my head, but if I'm reading it out loud, I can be like a fucking announcer.
You're actually not that bad.
But if I'm sitting there trying to read it in my head, like sit there and read a book to myself, not going to happen. It's going to take me about an hour to read a paragraph.
Yeah, so we're the exact opposite, because I could read pretty good, but it's in my head. But yeah, I have trouble reading out loud, because I hear my voice, and I'm like, oh, damn. But
don't listen to these podcasts.
Yeah, I'm not going to. Anyway, let's see here. Let's see some more of the shit that I've underlined with my green pen. Okay, so she disputed the theory that AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome, had come from monkeys. Wait.
I think I actually heard about that.
Yeah. Pointing out that Africans have been living around monkeys since time immemorial. Basically, and then she added there was no disputing the somber fact that 25 million out of 38 million infected with AIDS across the world are Africans. And the majority of them were women. So that kind of like boosts the theory that's all like saying that's trying to destroy the race, because if you kill the women, it can't make any more babies.
Right. We all know this from playing Ancestors.
Yeah, that's a game that we talk about a lot on this podcast. I think there was like, I think he got his book wrong, because I think he was trying to say that she was saying that it wasn't the monkeys because they've been living around them for so long. But the book made it seem like...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so she was like, it wasn't the monkeys, because we've been around these monkeys. It wasn't the monkeys. She's like, and she's saying that it was government. And it makes sense, because it's like, if you've been hanging around monkeys all this time, you ain't got it yet, and then it comes out of nowhere in the 80s, when there is all this lab shit going on.
Like the bats in the soup and the C-19.
The what?
COVID.
Oh.
Saying it's from bats from China. Somebody ate the wrong soup.
Let's see here. It says, the U.S. State Department congratulated Mathai on winning the Peace Prize, but disagreed with her claims, of course. They're not going to be like, yeah, we did that shit, bitch. I can't believe you called us out right here in front of everybody. That's kind of shitty, but yeah, we did it.
Oh.
Basically, it goes on to say that this is when people are like, it's the New World Order, because the New World Order's big thing is depopulation. And then on this other podcast I was listening to was saying that, I guess around this time, what was it? Maybe, I don't know. The president, I guess, was talking about depopulation because they were worried about it.
What year was this?
1984?
84? Was that wasn't Reagan, that was
I think I feel like it was Reagan, but I don't know.
It's alright. We're not American. Americans, we don't pay attention enough. I don't fucking know who it is. That's why I'm trying to look it up. I can hardly even see my keyboard because it's all black.
Yeah, you type in 84 then a dash.
Yeah. Oh, I was trying to do this. What?
There we go.
It was Reagan.
What?
Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go to, just to be sure, go to all set of images.
Yep.
Yeah, Reagan. So yeah, what I heard was that he was talking about, like how he was starting to get worried that there was going to be too many people, essentially. And we're gonna pause the brakes. This is where we're gonna introduce that this is kind of ties in with COVID, because there's a lot of people saying COVID is just another thing that's a depopulation agenda, essentially. And I mean, people have died, 100 for sure. And then recently, I guess Trump fucked with the website, making it harder to see the death count on the website, which I can confirm myself because I was looking at the website a couple of months ago when it first started going down, and it was like just right in the open. It was like, this how many people have died. But if you go to it now, you have to like fuck around and like follow this, like go follow like 2 different links on the page, and then you can see how many people have died. It's just like a fuck around that they just made it harder to get to. So it kind of makes the conspiracy look kind of, legitimate when they do shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the credit for the discovery of the AIDS virus was settled in a lawsuit in 1987 after Dr. Robert Gallo, I'm not sure how you say this, of the National Cancer Institute and Luc Montagnier of the Pasteur Institute in Paris. I just butchered all that, but basically there was a fucking civil lawsuit between this dude Robert and this other guy. Montagnier, maybe? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And the French dude basically believed that the origin of the virus was a mystery, but the fucking Robert guy was saying that it's monkeys. And they were saying that it was from a certain monkey called the green monkeys. And bear with me. Green monkeys in Central Africa. So look up green monkeys now.
Okay.
We gotta see what these green monkeys look like. See what we're dealing with. These are the culprits. Oh my god, yeah, came right up. These motherfuckers. These motherfuckers killed Freddie Mercury. These green monkeys.
These fuckers.
Oh my god, that's a green monkey? So, apparently, those cute little monkeys with the black faces and the white fur are green monkeys, and that's what killed Freddie Mercury. Look at his red eyes, that son of a bitch.
It's like a mini baboon.
Yeah. Like that fucky baboon that tricked Jane and Tarzan.
It is a type of baboon. Look, it even shows his butt off like that. Fuckers.
Okay, so basically the French... Maybe, no, the white dude, not the white dude, but the dude from America, he was saying he got...
I'm sorry. I couldn't help but just...
Like I said.
The white guy, the American.
Yeah. Well, for some reason I thought that the French Jew was black, which he might be, because a lot of French people are black. Due to some shit that the French government did in Africa, unfortunately. can I get back a page? Basically, goddamn, that's why I was trying to go back. So the one dude had this informant named Ann Gudisi. Look up this bitch. Let's see what this bitch looks like. ANN. Maybe she'll be a sexy chick. She's like a Russian agent. Giudici.
What?
You got it right. ICI.
Judica?
It's like some weird.
Judica?
That's definitely not her. She can't. She can't be. No, that's not even. No. Go. You got the GUI N and then the GIUD is right. And then the A needs to be an I.
Well, you said A.
I lied. And then space, and then F-E. That's Fettner.
F-E-T?
T-T-N-E-R. Yeah.
Fettner.
There's no picture, so she must
Truth
be
about
atrocious. She must be horrific. But basically, this chick... Oh! There she is. Anyway, this chick said that she lived in Africa in 1983, a year before he discovered the virus, and she was the one that claimed that it came from green monkeys. I think she's full of shit. Those monkeys look adorable. I don't think they had AIDS. And then she also came out with this book called The Truth About AIDS. And then in that book, she never refers to green monkeys and emphasizes her opinion that AIDS began as an American disease. So, pretty much saying the same shit that this Nobel Peace Prize winner lady said. Essentially, saying it came out of America. Blah, blah, blah.
Huh.
So, it's just kind of... That's also a weird thing. And then in fucking... That was the main theory, was that the monkeys did it, until the late 1990s when another group of American scientists claimed that they had discovered the origin of the virus in a species of chimpanzee. This must have been how people started saying that Michael Jackson fucked his monkey and started AIDS, because that's the first rumor I heard. Have you ever heard that?
I haven't heard that it fucked
You didn't hear
monkeys?
about Michael Jackson being the one that started AIDS, and he did it from fucking his chimp, or whatever his name was, Chimpo? What was his monkey's name? Smiley Face? He had a monkey, and...
I know he had a monkey.
When I was in, like, elementary school, the rumor was, just go ahead and Google Michael Jackson started AIDS. And I just want to see what comes up. I don't believe it, but... Go ahead and type in Michael Jackson fucked monkey and started AIDS, because that's what I really want to see if it comes up. Monkey, and then just AIDS. That's enough words to see if it... Oh my god, what is that?
Sheriff's Department?
Is that an official
Items
document?
discovered
Go to
by-
all instead of images. We're in a really weird world right now. Do you think Michael Bubbles, that was the monkey's name.
He was also on...
Oh. Yeah, go ahead and go there. They're talking about the AIDS monkey thing, so go ahead and go there.
Go there.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. MJ had a pet chimp named Bubbles. I don't think it's inconceivable MJ molested Bubbles. Split his dick open like a banana, says Bodge. I think it's nonsensical conclusion to come to, yes.
Even though I think it's fairly possible that Michael Jackson may have molested small children, it's ridiculous to think Michael Jackson would have sex with a monkey.
Okay, let's get to the AIDS one. Let's start.
Even though I think it's fairly possible that Michael Jackson... Oh.
You just read the same list. Keep going down. There's a comment in here somewhere where they bring up the AIDS thing. That's how we got here. So no, keep going. Keep going.
Just a bunch of fucking...
Wait. Keep going. Damn. Go ahead and click. Wait. Click back. I don't. There's this thread is way too long. Let's try just reading what that. Wait. Go back up. We're just gonna read what we can out of this. So September 22nd, 2013. Someone in some forum somewhere on some thread said, even though I think it's fairly possible Michael Jackson may have blank. Maybe he just got started with the monkey and it progressed from blank. Well, AIDS got started somehow. Blank. Honestly, Michael Jackson might have been a pedophile, but what are the chances of a pedophile actually fucking a monkey?
You know, when Google does this and it does the ...
There's more after that. It just
There's
doesn't
a
show.
lot after that in between these little spots.
I know.
And it just
So,
adds up to make
basically, though, someone else was talking about AIDS and Michael Jackson. We can't find the good shit, but it's fine. That's enough to satisfy where I was trying to get. I don't even know where I'm at in the book anymore.
Still talking about AIDS.
This blunt was actually pretty good. That weed wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad at all.
We're sitting here talking shit about this weed we got from the dispensary. I'm fucking blown.
It was choice.
That was the little blunt, too.
Yeah. It was choice dispensaries out in Jackson.
Okay, anyway. In 1979, the first gay men began to come down with autoimmune deficiency. Why does AIDS have to be so hard to say? Why can't they just say they came down with AIDS? Okay, for the first year of the epidemic, the victims were all young, predominantly white, previously in good health, well-educated, promiscuous, so they all liked to skip when they walked, and they all lived in Manhattan. A coincidence? So, before we continue, just type in, let's see, what does type in Manhattan AIDS correlation. I'm sorry you're the computer guy today. You're doing a lot of computer work.
That's alright. I gotta get used to it. What'd you say?
Manhattan AIDS correlation. I want it. Maybe Manhattan is where they started poking people with needles and giving them AIDS. If they saw someone skipping and wearing a pink shirt and maybe like singing, I love dick, I love it. And then they're like, there's one right there. And then they nick him with the AIDS and then he gets the... No, we don't want that. We want like some nut job website. We want a website where it's hard to read what it has to say. No. Nah. Never mind. There's nothing good. I thought there was going to be some Alex Jones.
Are you still talking about 18 or 1980s?
Well, that's what we're talking about basically, but that's not. I was kind of hoping for like someone saying this is why it happened in Manhattan. Maybe I missed it in the book. Anyway, also by 1980, gay men in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Denver, St. Louis, and Chicago have developed the disease. So basically, by 1980, all the gay people all over the major cities in America were getting AIDS.
Well, you got to think of it this way. That was also the time when, it was right after the 70s. And people were still fucking everybody.
Oh, free love.
Yeah, still free love.
Free love.
Just old free love.
In the 80s was just free love with black leather. Because the 70s was just tanned leather like you're an Indian. And you're wearing the tie-dye. But then once the 80s hit, that's when it turned into black leather. And you got the studs all over your leather, like the pieces of metal. Like you're a fucking gargoyle.
When you knew.
So anyway, AIDS was unknown in Africa before this time, even though people were saying. Okay, well, I guess it was in the 80s when they discovered the disease, but basically, yeah. So people in Africa before 83 didn't even know about the shit. They were like, why are we all just getting the sniffles and dying?
That's basically how this started.
Yeah. To go to the conspiracy corner. That's how COVID started, was people started getting flu-like symptoms, and now it's got to the point where now you get, what is it, the pneumonia, pneumonia. That's how you die. Is you get a pneumonia and you can't breathe, and then you
get like an infection and shit, and it's all up in your lungs.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the juicy stuff. It says that in the 80s also, word was that experimental vaccine injected into these gay men had been developed in chimpanzees. So the theory back then was that the government was they were using the chimps to make AIDS to give to gay people, just like how the theory is that the people in China made COVID in a lab to give to people. So the theories are actually the same. It's just 40 years later. And 1971, Richard Nixon combined the U.S. Army's biowarfare department at Fort Detrick, Maryland, with the National Cancer Institute. So basically, in all the Hulk movies, when there's the old white guy, and he's like, I'm going to get that Hulk, and I'm going to get his blood, and I'm going to make a bomb out of it, and it's going to make my dick all hard, and I'm going to kill a bunch of people for America.
Yes. Thank you for finally doing something that I can understand.
I'm sorry it's taking this long.
No, it's okay. Just explain things in that kind of way.
I will try to explain in comic form.
I've kind of just been going to a duh phase.
Yeah, this is gonna happen a lot in this podcast.
Mainly because I'm stoned as fuck. I've only had like 3 sips of my beer.
Yeah, I'm powering through it, dude. Yeah, that blunt was intense. Basically, though, what it's saying is that, like I said, Nixon was like, I'm going to make AIDS bombs. And he's like fucking mixing the army with under the guise of being like, we're doing this to fix cancer. Guess what? It's 2020. We haven't solved cancer. And we supposedly merged the military with it. The thing we give the most money to in this country. We're just like shoveling money into the military furnace, dude. And
sorry.
Somehow, yeah, we haven't fixed cancer, which is a bigger deal than AIDS. Because AIDS, you can take pills now and kind of keep it under control. But back then you couldn't. But now we can. So we fixed that, but we still haven't fixed what they did it to fix in the first place.
Right.
Which is crazy. He did that. The war on cancer. So whenever they want to do something that's shady or like that, it's like the war on drugs, the war on terror. Literally, both those things are just shady bullshit that should never have happened.
Right. You have to put the word war in front of it.
Yeah, they say, well, it's a war on this, and then that justifies it, apparently.
The war on racism.
That's the new thing, but it's a good thing now. We need the war on racism.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole defunding. Well, defunding and just less cops killing people. Definitely needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Blah blah. This is when I like a crazy person wrote the COVID-19 question mark. So basically it says.
Next thing you know, you're gonna have like a board with like a bunch of strings.
Yeah, just like Charlie.
And files.
Charlie and the fucking It's Always Sunny. Because of the efforts of the few whistleblowers, word got out that the government scientists had achieved a synthetic biological agent that did not exist naturally and for which no natural immunity could be acquired. So basically, I'm just saying the same shit I've been saying, but he just keeps writing it, so I'm going to keep reading it. Because we're going off the book here. But that's when I was like, COVID? Because that's the conspiracy. Blah, blah, some more bullshit. Then, although most individuals are content with the Robert Gayo's explanation that the AIDS epidemic is a result of primate virus jumping, Conspiracy theorists have developed a number of their own explanations, and here are some of the most prominent theories. So, we're finally at the end of AIDS, but at the end, he has a bunch of bullet points of the many theories, so we're going to read those.
A fucking video game called Ancestors will come out and show you how diseases are spread.
Yes.
Except for it'll be a skill tree.
The skill tree of sadness. Edward Hooper, author of The River, A Journey to the Source of AIDS, advanced the theory that HIV evolved from SIV, simian, basically just AIDS but in monkeys. Hooper outlines a scenario that has as its villain Dr. Hilary Koprowski, a virologist working for Philadelphia's Wistar Research Institution, who in the early 1950s used a hastily brewed chimpanzee kidney culture to concoct 1,000,000 doses of oral vaccine for a experimental polio vaccination program in the Belgian Congo. I guess he's saying that this bitch is the one that made AIDS. That one is confusing. This is the next theory. The World Health Organization, controlled by the New World Order, created the AIDS epidemic by deliberately administering contaminated vaccines to people in the third world countries in the 1970s. Africa was the largest target. Blah, 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 some other bullshit. But basically they're saying that the WHO is the one that made AIDS. And then the next one is that the military did it. And then there's one that says the Soviet KGB created the viruses and then planted disinformation that the CIA, basically just Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
This Russian people in helicopters just saying, "Fuck you, Snake." and flying away real slow while Snake just stares angrily in the distance. Yeah, blah blah, the CIA made AIDS, and then Louis Farrakhan's Nation of Islam and the new Black Panther Party have accused Jewish doctors of creating AIDS as a means of destroying black people throughout the world. So let's go ahead and look up a video. Let's see if we can get a video of Louis Farrakhan saying that Jews made AIDS, because that'd be great. That sounds like a good time.
Louis Farrakhan?
Yeah.
How do you spell Farrakhan? F-A-R-C-O-N?
Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan. He's like kind of, I guess, I'm not 100% sure, but I guess he's a Muslim. He's a black Muslim, and he's like kind of racist against white people. He's the guy that made the white devil thing. He's like, "Yo, white devils." Oh, you're on his website. We're not going to find the video here.
Oh, right, video, I'm sorry.
Go to YouTube or something. Yeah, you'll never find him saying some negative stuff on his own website. It's all going to be lipstick on pigs there. So we're looking for Louis Farrakhan saying Jews created AIDS. That's what we're going to look for right now.
K-H-A?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like Farrakah. Yeah, it's like some. There you go.
What? What? Is he fucked?
There's gonna be so much stuff. Type in Jews AIDS. we gotta burn some of this hay. There we go. Alright, yeah, just
I'm
play
here to
that.
separate the good Jews from the satanic Jews.
Go ahead and just play that video and make sure the sound is up.
It's this that they fear.
He's pointing to
I
his
don't
mouth.
have no army. I just know the truth. And I'm here to separate the good Jews from the satanic Jews. Yes, yes, yes! This is just the beginning. Banning me from a social platform? I use that platform with respect. I never allowed those who follow me to become vile as those who speak evil of us. So I am dangerous. Not to you. Unless you feel that Father Pfleger's invitation to me may hurt Saint Sabina. They don't have the power to hurt Saint Sabina if you don't give them that power.
Okay, I'm lost. Go ahead and pause this one.
I thank you for listening.
They didn't make this video very. Go back. See if there's a. This is a 7-minute long video. He did say satanic Jews though, which was kind of cool.
Says he doesn't hate Jewish people, but I'm gonna separate them. Separate goods.
Was it Twitter? I guess Twitter suspended him. And the thing, my problem with not liking this dude is that he looks just like the black dude from Sandlot.
The dude that has the dog.
Yeah, at the very end when you realize that the dog's not a bad guy and the guy's just a nice black old man who's kind of blind.
He's an ex-baseball player. I don't remember who he was. But yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of looks like that guy to me.
I feel like fucking Jamie Foxx would play a good version of him if he gained some weight.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for AIDS.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to talk about, Matt?
Yeah, I think we've got time to do one more, which is going to be the airship of 1897.
What is that?
That's going to be our first UFO topic.
Oh.
So in 1897, years before any known terrestrial agency had accomplished heavier than air flight, members of the secret society in contact with extraterrestrials piloted a large airship, often described as resembling a cone-shaped steamboat, across the United States and later throughout the world. So apparently...
The first sighting created steamboats?
No,
Is that what you said?
this is. I'm guessing that they're saying this is the first UFO sighting, even though I know it's not, because I've watched Ancient Aliens. And if anyone has watched Ancient Aliens, you know that there are paintings like 2,000 years old that are like of UFOs and shit. But this is just what the book is saying. But basically, it's saying that 1897. That's when the first automobiles, 1893 is when the first automobiles were made. So that's when we had those like shitty ass fucking, what is that movie?
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Chitty. That's literally what I was trying to think of, dude.
I saw a car that looked exactly like that just, like, I think it was yesterday.
No way.
Yeah, and it was just like a cream color.
That's fucking awesome.
I pointed it out to Katie. I was like, that's a fucking Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car.
And if you don't know what Chitty Bang Bang is, you need to go fucking watch that movie. Turn this podcast off. Kill yourself or watch that movie. And then come back and listen to the rest of this.
Fucking toot sweets and everything. Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. That's a toot sweet, toot sweet.
The wonderful flavor that you eat.
So basically, it's the saying that there was no flying machines yet. There was nothing, blah, blah, blah. And then yet, on April 7th, 1897, citizens of Wesley, Iowa, sighted a cone-shaped airship with brightly illuminated windows in its side. And they were unable to determine how it was propelled and how it was up in the fucking air. So imagine an ice cream cone with no ice cream, but with windows on it, like a fucking SpongeBob submarine, but there's light coming out of it. And then it said that the other one looked like a fucking a cone-shaped steamboat. So it's just see if we can type in airship of 1897. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get a picture of this. Someone maybe drew an interpretation of what this.
It was 1897.
Yeah. Go to images and see if there's any. Someone drew up some bullshit. Okay, yeah, there we go. Basically, I don't even.
It looks like a fucking steampunk spaceship.
It looks like
It's got propellers and everything.
like the top of the robot from Power Rangers, the top of its head, and they put some propeller fins on the sides of it. That's pretty much what it looks like.
It's an air balloon with propellers.
Okay, so you remember those commercials where it was like, we got this cool frisbee, but it's a balloon that's made out of crazy bullshit. You remember those?
Yeah.
And then you just throw it, and they looked like, I think they even called them flying saucers, but they were frisbees.
Yeah, and you could just like fucking scrunch it up.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank God that
Yeah,
I
they were
thought
like,
about
and
that.
then next came like the fucking snap bracelets, and then it was one of the, and then fidget spinners.
Fidget spinners.
It was like little fads.
So glad I missed out on that. I'm so glad that I had a yo-yo when I was a kid, not a fucking fidget spinner.
Exactly.
What is that? Corn on the cob?
Yeah, that's exactly what that
What is that? What? It says Nigeria on it? Nebraska? Yeah, Nebraska. There's a picture of a dude on a cart, and then it's like he's in a blimp, but the blimp is just a piece of corn on the cob. That's amazing. Look at that thing. Strange ships that sail in the sky.
So these must be like depictions of back in the day. With
This is back when aliens didn't even have very good UFO technology, apparently. They were
couldn't
still,
take pictures, they could just draw.
it's
what
like
they
weird
thought.
steampunk aliens helping us. Like, what is that? Just a big crayon rocket.
It literally looks just like somebody made a fucking hot air balloon in a weird shape as a...
They suck. These UFOs suck, and I would be ashamed to be caught in one.
Like, it's even like the depictions of what they tried to see was like obviously fake. Goddamn people of the past.
Let's see.
They don't even know what they're seeing.
So there was basically what happened is that in April in 1987, all throughout April, people were seeing shit. So April 15th, the airship landed 2 miles north of Springfield, Illinois. The craft's occupants explained that they had landed to repair their electrical apparatus and searchlight equipment. So these aliens got out.
Where was this?
In Illinois, Springfield, Illinois. Says the craft's occupants explained that they had landed to repair their electrical shit and their headlights. Yeah, Illinois, Springfield. See if we can find a video of some dude talking about it. My pappy said he saw the lights.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is that fucking one that we've been seeing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All these sightings are supposed.
This must be like an
They're
old
supposedly of all the same one.
This is an actual newspaper clipping, I think.
No shit.
Yeah, of like... Because that's the same picture we keep seeing.
Yeah, this like shitty UFO.
Looks like if somebody was trying to deny that they saw a spaceship, and they were trying to explain an aircraft that could possibly look like that. And they're like, I swear to God it wasn't a UFO. What the fuck was it? It was like, I don't know, it kind of looked like a saucer, but it wasn't from outer space, so it must have had propellers.
Yeah. Yeah, and it basically looks like a UFO with shitty, like someone's inside there, like riding a bike that's like, that's powering this whole thing. It's so fucking stupid looking. This is the shittiest UFO case I've ever heard of. But it's okay, we're gonna delve into it.
Okay.
2 days later, on April 17th, the airship returned to Iowa and sat down outside of Waterloo. One of the occupants brandished a rifle to keep the curious several hundred yards from the machine. So this alien is literally like, y'all get off my this here spaceship is my property. You all need to stand back. Stand back.
Stand back, y'all.
This is the alien, the people driving this UFO. They've got a rifle and they're yelling at people. It said the airship was about 40 feet long and constructed like a giant cigar. With
Okay, so it was the cone-shaped one.
These people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, man.
Must be like this.
That's a giant cigar-shaped one. With wing-like attachments on the sides and steering apparatus in the rear, like a boat. The machine was surmounted by a cupola on its roof. Type in a cupola, because I underlined that just to see what the fuck a cupola is. What is that?
Somebody talking about it. It's like 48 minutes long, so fuck that.
Oh, yeah, it's probably it's a podcast. We're not trying to. Hey, man, you come listen to our podcast.
I'm just looking for pictures, because this is like an actual thing on it, not just Google Images.
Yeah, this is like some legit.
These are actual news clippings. Okay. So yeah, it just looks like when you're watching Austin Powers and it's like, it's a giant Johnson!
Yeah, it just is a phallus-shaped craft.
Okay, now that I see it up close a little better, that does give it more of a cigar shape, but it does have propellers.
Yeah, that's like an old-timey, like a cigar that you see a baby with.
There's one that looks like that. There's one that looks like a blimp that is in the shape of a carrot.
And then there's the ones that look like the badass 90s Frisbee. It's like more of an actual UFO look. That just looks like it's out of a Pink Floyd movie.
Or a fucking Mario game. Like just a bullet with wings and a tail.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. Bullet with the butterfly wings. See here. Yeah, look up a cupola. I want to see what a cupola is.
A cupola.
It's Cupola. It said that the machine was surrounded by it, or surmounted.
What?
Cupola. the basically the things with the chickens on it. It said that it was surrounded by one. I think these people are on drugs.
No, okay, hold on a second. Let me try to fucking debunk this real quick. I want to know, when was the first airplane? 1903. Okay.
So this happened like 20 years before the first airplane.
Right.
Well, not even. Like 3 years.
Yeah. So obviously.
And that plane does not look anything like this weird craft.
It was basically a glider at the time. They were just.
So the first airplane, yeah, was like a glider with a propeller on. Well, I think it had a propeller.
It had some way.
I think it had a hand-spun propeller, and then you just sat in that bitch like a glider.
Yeah.
But the UFO that we're talking about looks like a blimp. And let's look up one of the first. Okay, we'll look up the first blimp. Let's see, because if there's blimps, then this whole thing is just.
Hold on. To prove something kind of weird. Not trying to debunk anything now. It's weird that the first real aircraft came right after the 1890s. This is the 1903 is when the first aircraft was actually.
That's when the Wright brothers made that shit.
Yeah, but I'm sure there was people fucking with that kind of shit right before that. But if it wasn't, if it wasn't just some fucking Illinois motherfucker or somebody that just so happened to create a flying craft like a hot air balloon.
I've seen some shit, man.
If
I've seen
if it wasn't that, is what I'm saying, then that's even crazier that happened not long after that.
I see, but look up the first blimp, like the first blimp, or like the first hot air balloon. Because basically this UFO just could be a big hot air balloon. And if that's the case, then what's the big fucking deal? Why is this even a conspiracy? Or a strange event?
That was info, okay.
Yeah, so what's the big fucking deal? All they did was make a hot air balloon with flippers and propellers and bullshit.
Some motherfuckers just got drunk.
There's no fucking aliens. Yeah, they had rifles. Get away from my hot air balloon sauce.
They even took the top of their barn.
Blunt number 2 is about to get lit.
Took the top of their barn with a little rooster fucking
Yeah, they're Koopaloop.
compass thing.
They're Kapaloopaloop.
And put it on the top of their fucking dick-sized blimp.
Fucking, wow. Whole new meaning to international harvester. These people are riding their blimps around, taking people's crops, probably.
They just got lights on, and they're just fucking...
They somehow put
this
floodlights.
This is my land now.
They put a floodlight on their blimp. Like, this whole damn Earth is my fucking front lawn now, bitch.
Bet you won't get close enough to see me.
Wow. Yeah, this whole thing is... Now that we know that, let's...
But that's only from pictures.
We have debunked... I don't even know why this is in the book.
This is a time when, photographs weren't created, I don't think. Or at least, not good ones. So this is all depictions of people. They couldn't just fucking set up their tripod and, get behind the curtain, point, and click a fucking spacecraft real quick in the middle of the street.
Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. This is a good one. During April 21st and 22nd, the airship barnstormed Arkansas and Texas. Look up what barnstormed means, because we can't even continue with this unless we know what the fuck that means. Barnstorming. Barnstormers. What? Do you know about this, Aaron? You heard about barnstorming?
No, this is aircraft stuff.
Go down. Go. We need a Wikipedia. Barnstormer.
A music project, a stunt pilot, a thrill ride.
We need just what is barnstorming. That's what we need. Just type in what is barnstorming.
Let's just see if there's a picture of it.
I don't think there's gonna be one.
Oh yeah, it's when people do stunts on planes.
What? That's
Right?
what barnstorming is?
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. So during April 21st and 22nd, the airship barnstormed Arkansas and Texas. So they're saying the UFO had people on top of it doing acrobatics?
I mean, I'm sure that's all we're gonna fucking find for the word barnstorming.
Fuck it. That's what happened.
These motherfuckers. Okay. We gotta do something with this for the cartoon.
Dude, barnstorming?
It's gonna be based around aliens, and these fucking Illinois motherfuckers created an airplane before the Wright brothers. They tried to beat them to it, right? And it was just these drunk motherfuckers like Rick and Morty, right?
They gotta be Russian. They gotta be like Russian acrobatic people. Have you seen Coraline? Have you?
It's been a long time.
Do you remember the Russian guy, the acrobatic Russian dude? He's like, oh.
No, but I can only imagine.
Bro, it's great.
Let's see.
Type in Coraline. Go to videos, though. We need to see a video.
I'm so happy you continued reading.
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
Type in Russian guy Coraline. Yeah, and then... No, not Rush, like the band. Yeah, okay, now go to YouTube.
Okay.
Or go to video. You can just go to videos. You could just go back, go to videos. Yeah, it'll pop up something. I'm sure. I just want you to just play that. This will be. We'll just rip this off, and it'll be like 6 of them on the UFO just doing dance moves like this guy.
No, don't subscribe. God damn it. I'm not getting ads from Disney yet, so I don't want to fucking have them.
You can skip. You can skip it now.
Oh, I can. Thank God.
Okay, here we go. Coraline is a great movie. My girlfriend made me watch it, and thank God she did, because I actually love the movie.
I think our mail got mixed up.
You should watch it, dude.
Should I leave it outside or?
I didn't think I was gonna like it. It was one of those things where the woman was right. Blue Moon. It's all clay made. It's like Wallace and Gromit. Look at this fucking.
Famous jumping mouth circus not ready. Little girl.
Circus?
He's eating an onion.
Oh, I brought this for you.
Novice here.
Huh?
New cheese samples? Yeah.
He's getting cheese mailed to him.
Very clever. Using this mix-up to sneak my home on the pikamushkas.
Mushkas?
The mice.
Oh, I'm Coraline Jones.
Could you imagine if this dude was just a fucking redneck, though? What if this was...
Yeah, well, he's got in our cartoon, he's got the rifle, and he's like...
What if it's TJ's fucking great-grandfather?
What?
That's fine with me.
You see, Caroline, the problem is my new songs go oompa, oompa, but the jumping mice play only toot-toot like that. It's nice, but not so much amazing. So now I switch to stronger piece and soon, watch out.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting a little sidetracked. Let's see here. What was I? Okay, so they were barnstorming. April 21st and 22nd, airship barnstormed Arkansas and Texas. In Harrisburg, Arkansas, it awakened a former senator after midnight. Basically, so this book is telling me that this supposed UFO, which is really just a hot air balloon with twirly things like that you see when the wind's blowing, and they just go like, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah, just windmills.
They're like, I'm talking about the ones that little girls have.
Yeah,
that
still a little windmill.
It's just a little windmill, but
Or
it's
pinwheel.
sparkly.
Or something like that.
It's the wind blows it and it spins. It's got the points on it. Basically, it's a hot air balloon with those, and they're saying that this thing rolled up on some senator's lawn at midnight in April, and these motherfuckers are barnstorming on it.
Just doing stunts, drunk as fuck.
Members of the flight crew informed him that the builder of the craft was a brilliant inventor from St. Louis who had discovered the secret of suspending the laws of gravity. Hold up. This is the conspiracy corner.
Hold up.
Hold up. This is the Kanye. Wait a minute. Dude, now look up Coral Amusement Park, Florida.
On Google?
Yeah, just Google it. This is something that I know from just looking up a lot of weird shit. Basically, back in the day, I want to say in Florida, or somewhere around the southern part of the U.S., there was a... Look up Coral Garden.
What? Oh. Not Caroline. There we go.
No. Okay. Let's type in anti-gravity after that. Or you're not typing anything.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, you gotta keep that, or else you're just gonna get anti-gravity shit. Coral Castle. There you go. Just go to that first one. So this whole thing is, there was this old man. Maybe he wasn't old back then, but there was this guy. He was like a foreigner that came to the U.S. and he like made this place all by himself in like a couple of days apparently. And he supposedly moved all this shit by himself using what he said is the same shit that the Egyptians knew.
Huh.
So that he said that he made it.
Secret.
Yeah. Here we go. Coral Castle is basically an old. Go back up.
Sorry.
Coral Castle is basically an oolite limestone structure created by the Latvian American eccentric Edward Leedskalnin, 1887 to 1951. So he died in 1951. Located in Leisure City, Florida, in some county, at the intersection of South Dixie Highway, blah blah. These structures, mostly limestone, formed from coral, each weighing several tons. Researchers claim Leedskalnin used an anti-gravity device to build the castle, which could tap into harmonic sound waves, magnetism, and other secret technologies.
Bro, can I learn how to fly now?
If you can figure this out, in theory, you could use this on your own body and just levitate yourself. No one ever did it, but they weren't trying to. They were too worried about coral and rocks and building sandcastles out of big shit. They weren't like they didn't want to fly. You know what I mean?
People don't use all they're buying. Huh.
Yeah. So that just kind of made me think of it because basically the book just said. I'll read it again. Members of the flight crew informed him, the senator, that the builder of the craft was a brilliant inventor from St. Louis who had discovered the secret of suspending the laws of gravity. So, and 19 years had been invested into building the airship. So, if this was in 1897 and it took 19 years inventing it, then the shit he started building this motherfucker in 1882, I don't know, something like that. And basically, and then it says that once they'd accomplished a successful voyage to the planet Mars, they would put the airship on public exhibition. So they're like, we're just gonna go to Mars first, and then we'll tell you all about this. They're not even telling people before they go to Mars.
You know, what if? Hear me out. It's just something that popped in my head. None I ever looked into. What if Mars was inhabitable once, and it just got fucking nuked, and like just turned to dust and became a giant fucking, heat wave?
That is a huge conspiracy, Aaron. Aaron's like, I never looked into this. I never really thought about this before, but
just popped in my head.
But what it just popped. That's the Akashic record right there. That's another theory about there being information in the airwaves. But basically, what Aaron's talking about is he's saying that he thinks maybe Mars had people on it. There's a huge theory. Even this goes back to Law of One shit. The first time I heard about it was Law of One, where he was the law of, like that. Where Ra was saying that Mars had the OG humans on it, and that they all became too evil and blew themselves up. But some of them reincarnated on this planet, along with Bigfoots. It's a crazy theory, bro. Type in Law of One.
Okay, here we go.
Because there's, there's a website somewhere where it has the whole book online. So if you just go to Google and you type in Law of One Sasquatch, and then just type in Law of One Sasquatch or Bigfoot. Type in Law of One Bigfoot. Yeah, dude, I should be able to help you find it.
Can't kill Bigfoot and walk.
Okay, keep going down. Keep going down. Wait, go down. Oh, go up. Right there. Wait.
Oh.
Yo, just go to the YouTube video. Fuck it.
Oh, shit. We found
It's 13 minutes. We're gonna try to find the gist of it.
I just want to see if he's actually talking about law.
He is. Look, the law of one, the raw material.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we get a British guy making
Welcome
our
to my
podcast
channel.
more
If you're
fancy
watching
for us.
Hold on, we gotta give credit to this guy
about-
so we don't get.
Yeah,
fucking
go back.
sued.
Go back. We got. We gotta say everything. The video is called "The Truth About Bigfoot According to the Law of One, the Raw Material." It's by a dude. His channel is called The Law of One. That's dope.
I'm gonna look into this motherfucker.
And you should just go ahead and subscribe to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
He's only got 28 subscribers. Now he's got 29.
Dude, how old is this guy? Cause like, this was in 2019.
This is a new video, a newish video.
He's only got 28 subscribers. He probably just found out that I just subscribed
We
to him. He's like,
need to.
oh.
Okay, we're not saying this is in stone, people, but I'm gonna try to get this guy on the show. In fact, Aaron, you should send him a message right now.
No, I'm not gonna do that right now. But I'll think about it if I look into his stuff and it makes sense.
Okay.
Here we go then.
What the law of one, the raw material, tells us about Bigfoot,
Yes.
also known as Sasquatch, skunk ape, the Yeti, the wild man, the dog man. So I'll be using some clips from the TV series Dragon Ball Z just to illustrate.
Yes!
as
The
it
best
explains
video in the world.
Oh my god!
through
Hold on.
So glad that we're on blunt number 2 for this.
Dude, this
gonna start
guy knows exactly what's up.
Let's start rolling. Another one. Listen to this.
He knows exactly what's up. I will message him.
Dude, yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
just some law of one shit I'm about
the
to tell you.
conversation about Bigfoot that was had with the ET civilization called Ra. So firstly, I'll just summarize it before we get into it properly. Basically, Bigfoot is not an animal as such. They are ET beings from a planet that we call Maldek or Maldek. The Maldekian planet was of third density consciousness like we are, but was destroyed due to nuclear war. And this created the asteroid belt. That is why we have an asteroid belt.
What Aaron was just saying.
Oh my god.
The guardians of the solar system decided that they needed karmic restitution to continue their evolution, so they allowed the Maldekians to reincarnate here on Earth. However, in order to facilitate this evolution and this karmic restitution, they reincarnated them into second density bodies. So, what you are seeing is
We're second
third
density.
density beings with similar, if not higher, intelligence than us that exist in a higher second density body, the last ape stage before Homo sapien.
Pause it.
This is and was
So how we just said that they're in third density, that is, so there's a lot of talk about Bigfoot's being able to basically either go invisible and or poof, like they pretty much just Goku their way, like out of, what's
I'm
that called?
hoping he fucking
Instant
refers to-
transmission.
Dude, I swear to
I think,
God.
dude, I think that's what
Oh
he's
my
gonna do.
God.
I think that's what he's.
He's my new favorite.
But
if he
anyway,
does that.
before we start the video, what I'm
Okay.
trying to say is that Aaron's so excited. It makes me so happy. So basically, there's a lot of people. If you listen to interviews about people talking about what's called now is called intergalactic Bigfoot or space Bigfoot. Space Bigfoot is going to be your easiest way to find this, and this is how you're going to find people talking about Bigfoot. Except this Bigfoot comes out of UFOs and can turn invisible and doesn't get hurt by bullets and can literally instant transmission and like they're fucking ghost Martians.
No.
Yes. You can play the video.
So, no, hold on.
it's a thing.
So, was Jesus a Bigfoot?
It could have been. I don't know. That's a whole other episode.
That's all. No, okay.
That's a whole other episode. But I think this guy's about to get into how Bigfoot
Okay.
can instant transmission.
Here we go.
His thing is a little bit different, but it's not spaceships. It's more like they're like weird. They can just have special powers because they're a little bit more loving than we are apparently.
done so that they wouldn't have the hand dexterity to create technology and would have to exist in a way so that they would comprehend, contemplate, and really reason they are so elusive and they're able to disappear so easily is because they live in the inner earth via the cave systems, and they use certain technology which they've managed to create from their low density intelligence to avoid detection. That's one type of Bigfoot. Anyway, the other type is what they call a thought form, and the third type is a Bigfoot which is being sustained by the Guardians just in case of nuclear annihilation, so that our base DNA isn't destroyed, and basically we can be cloned if everything in the planet is wiped out, if all life on planet Earth is wiped out, but the planet remains, then they can do work to make clones and genetic adjustments to reinstate the human race. So let's get into exactly what they told us.
I'd be much happier with a bunch of Bigfoot people.
6.9. The questioner asks, are there any people such as you find on Earth on any of the other planets in the solar system? Ra answers, do you request space-time present information or space-time continuum information? Questioner Donald says both. Ra answers, at one time, space, in what is your past, there was a population of third-density beings upon a planet which dwelt within your solar system.
Mars.
There are various names by which this planet has been named. The vibratory sound complex most usually used by your peoples is Maldek. These entities, destroying their planetary sphere, thus were forced to find room for themselves upon this third density, which is the only one in your solar system.
Hold up. What is Maldek?
Yeah, you want to go to Google. So there's a link for it right there over top right. Up, right, up, down. Just to the right. Or it says
What was it?
Maldek.
Atlantis?
Okay. Well,
Okay, we're not getting into that right now.
At their time-space present, which was hospitable and capable of offering the lessons necessary to decrease their mind-body-spirit distortions with respect to the law of one. The questioner asks, how did they come here? Ra, they came through the process of harvest and were incarnated through the process of incarnation from your higher spheres within this density. Questioner, how long ago did this happen in our years? Ra says, I am having difficulty communicating with this instrument, we must deepen her state. This occurred approximately 500,000 years, 500,000 of your years ago. Questioner asks, thanks. Is all of the Earth population human population of the Earth? Are all of them originally from Maldek? I am Ra. This is a new line of questioning and deserves a place of its own. The ones who are harvested to your sphere from the sphere known in its dissolution as other names, but to your people as Maldek, incarnated many within your Earth's surface rather than upon it. The population of your planet contains many various groups harvested from other second dimension and cycled third dimension spheres. You are not all one race or background or beginning. This experience you share is unique to this time-space continuum. Question 9.18. Is there any particular race of people on our planet now who are incarnated here from second density? I am Ra. There are no second density consciousness complexes here on your sphere at this time. However, there are two races which use the second density form. One is the entity of the planetary sphere you call Maldek. These entities are working their understanding complexes through a series of what you would call karmic restitutions. They dwell within your deeper underground passageways and are known to you as Bigfoot. The other race that is being offered a dwelling
Yeah. So go ahead and rewind a little bit now that you know what he's talking about. So
Did Ra actually say Bigfoot?
yeah. This literally says right there. There are two different types of Bigfoot, correct? I am Ra. This will be the final question. There are three types of Bigfoot. If you will accept the vibratory sound complex used as blah, 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 blah. The first two we have described as the third is a thought form. So he's saying there are two physical Bigfoots, and then there's a spirit Bigfoot. So people are all like, well, it's this, Bigfoot's this. And then there are other people like, well, Bigfoot's this, actually. Well, Ra's like, There are 3 Bigfoots. And you're all dumb. Yeah.
Oh my.
In this book, the fucking...
Law of One.
The Law of One came out in the 70s too, so the book is old as shit. And I, not to brag, but I have the OG Law of One, what they used to sell off 70s talk shows. Have I shown you that?
Oh yeah.
I ordered that off eBay. $10.
Yeah. I had you explain most of it to me. Like every time we went on a walk. It was like
Law of One is
every other day.
the most intense.
It was like, teach me.
The most
Teach me,
intense
master.
subject ever. And then like,
It's like what totally makes sense to me.
and then dude, just when I stopped.
I mean, with fucking Bigfoot and shit, it's getting a little intense.
No, just when I stopped believing in Law of One, dude, like I started like some like shit happens in my life where I'm like, oh well, it turns out it's legit. Turns out because like just when basically I was just like doing magic essentially, and that's a talk for a different podcast,
Yeah.
another episode. But yeah, the Law of One is when I first started getting into like some crazy spiritual shit that was super badass. But yeah, he's saying there's a bunch of Bigfoots. Saying that there's a bunch of different kinds.
Goddamn. Okay. Shall we keep going? I hope he still mentions the.
We wish to give the mind-body-spirit complexes of those who are of this density at this time appropriately engineered physical vehicles, as you would call these chemical complexes, in the event that there is what you would call nuclear war. Questioner: I didn't understand what these vehicles or beings were for that were appropriate in the event of nuclear war. I am Ra. These are beings which exist as instinctual second density beings which are being held in reserve to form what you would call a gene pool in case these body complexes are needed. These body complexes are greatly able to withstand the rigors of radiation which the body complexes you now inhabit could not do. Questioner: where are these body complexes located? I am Ra. These body complexes of the second race dwell in uninhabited deep forests. There are many in various places over the surface of your planet. Are they Bigfoot type creatures? I am Ra. This is correct, although we would not call these Bigfoot, as they are scarce and are very able to escape detection. The first race is less able to be aware of proximity of other mind-body-spirit complexes, but these beings are very able to escape due to their technological understandings before their incarnations here, the Maldekians. These entities of the glowing eyes are the most familiar to your people. Then there are 2 different types of Bigfoot, correct? I am Ra. This will be the final question. There are 3 types of Bigfoot, if you will accept that vibratory sound complex used for these such different races of mind-body-spirit complexes. The first 2 we have described. The third is a thought form. Session 10. I am Ra. I greet you in the love and light of the infinite creator.
He just reads a lot. Okay. Getting back to Bigfoot.
Those beings, in the Maldek experience, the transition to this planet began approximately 500,000 of your years.
Okay. I think that's how you say
And
it.
have any of the Maldek entities transformed now? Are they now still second density, or are they forming some third density planet now? The consciousnesses of these entities has always been third density. The alleviation mechanism was designed by the placement of this consciousness into second dimensional physical chemical complexes which are not able to be dexterous or manipulative to the extent which is appropriate to the workings of the third density distortions of the mind complex. Questioner: well, have any of these entities moved on now, made a, shall we say, graduation at the end of a 75,000 year cycle, and gotten out of the second density body into a third density type body? I am Ra. Many of these entities were able to remove the accumulation of what you may call karma, thus being able to accept a third density cycle within a third density body. Most of these beings
Hold up. That's a really important thing about the Law of One.
So what he just said basically was that these Bigfoot had done enough good shit to escape their Bigfoot body and become like one with the universe, essentially.
Yeah.
'Cause third density is like it's being like a happy ghost, and you're just like part of a ghost cloud, and you're all just trying to spread happiness.
Succeeding, having carnated somewhere else in the creation for the succeeding cycle in third density. As this planet reached third density, some few of these entities became able to join the vibration of this sphere in the third density form. There remain a few who have not yet alleviated through the mind-body-spirit coordination of distortions of the previous actions taken by them. Therefore, they remain. Are these the Bigfoot you spoke of? I am Ra. These are one type of Bigfoot.
Breaking news out of Texas, Bigfoot is real.
Jesus,
According
Murphy.
to a group of researchers, they call themselves the Sasquatch Genome Project, and they released what
Is
they
that the
say
guy?
is proof.
Which one of these guys?
Several never-before-seen short video clips of the legendary and very shy creature. The group spent 5 years and $500,000 coming to this conclusion. One clip is of Sasquatch sleeping, shot during the day in Kentucky back in 2005.
We've all had experiences that have changed our lives. I mean, literally shook the foundations of what we believe in.
Besides the video, they say they also have DNA proof of Bigfoot's existence. One of the researchers stressed that their work has been a, quote, serious study.
That's a monkey.
That looked pretty legit.
The Walking Dead, yeah.
The one where he was sleeping was dumb, but wow.
Huh. Okay.
That was
Is that
pretty
very
intense.
interesting?
How did we even get?
We were talking about this.
Oh,
And
you know what it was?
I brought up
You're-
Mars.
yeah. Okay, well. Let's see where we left off. Oh, I know where we left off. Here's that. It was because I was just saying that on April 21st and 22nd, they were barn dancing, and that they had, they said that once they had accomplished a successful voyage to the planet Mars, they would put the airship on public display. So, 2 days later, this is all documented pretty well, dude. Like, I can't believe that they're like, yeah, on April 24th, a predominant Texas farmer was awakened at midnight. So at midnight, these people are just night owls, getting drunk, flying around in their air balloon at midnight. What Texas farmer midnight awakened by strange whirring sound. And UFOs don't ever have sound, so that's how you know this is just some fucking contraption. The visitors informed him that they came not from heaven, but from a small town in Iowa, where 5 such airships had been constructed. The craft were built of newly discovered material that had the property of self-sustenance in the air. The motor of power was highly condensed electricity. And then it basically says that following weeks, the people just kept seeing this shit. And then July and August, mysterious aerial objects were seen over Sweden and Norway. So these people were just barn dancing all over the world.
Fuck it. Bunch of crazy. Where'd they say they were from?
Iowa.
Or no,
That's where they told.
Illinois.
I think Illinois is where they first were spotted.
They say they were from Iowa. Or
Yeah,
landed
they-
in Iowa.
They were like, they told that farmer they were from Iowa. It says that numerous European occult groups have been molded around the belief that the secret societies centuries ago achieved a high level of scientific knowledge and has carefully guarded this dangerous learning from the rest of humanity ever since. It's not even that.
I'm good on that. I'm still stoned as fuck.
It's not even that good of knowledge. It's just fucking shitty blimp.
Holy shit, it's still daylight out. It's been a while.
Yeah, basically they saw this thing all the way up till 1910 in Tennessee. They crossed the Mississippi River in Arkansas, veered slightly to the south, and disappeared.
So they went straight from fucking Wright brothers to Amelia Earhart, like, real quick.
Yeah, they've disappeared into just to the south. Sons of bitches. Yeah, so just barn dancing. Barn dancing. Very interesting.
Barn dancing on a fucking hot air balloon with not even propellers, but little pinwheels to look like propellers.
Yeah, it's got to be the most uninteresting UFO sighting I've ever heard. Almost, but it's kind of funny.
It's very funny.
It's kind of funny.
I actually enjoy looking these things up and like debunking them and like seeing if they're actually legit and looking into them.
Yeah, like this is not even a conspiracy. It's literally just a thing that probably, I guess, happened. Because all of these people are saying they saw it. Farmers, that it was always the same time. Always at midnight. They get woken up. This fucking people in a hot air balloon dancing with rifles. Shooting the guns off.
We gotta make sure we do it at the highest of noon. Okay, that's pretty early. No.
Midnight. I'm talking. You're gonna see me with the star. My ship will block out the stars.
We're gonna do some cow tipping from the sky above, my boy.
I'm gonna shoot me. We gonna make me some hamburgers up here. It's fucking just shooting cows and like roping them and hauling them up. It's like they're like tuna fishing, but in the sky. It's like a Final Fantasy game, like the Final Fantasy pirates with their sky ships. God damn it! So ridiculous. Next week we have alchemy. Is the next A-letter word that is on the list. Alchemy, and we'll probably get to alien abductions.
Oh, here we go again.
So alchemy and alien abductions. And you know what? We'll try to fit in the alien autopsies as well.
Hell yeah.
So that should be a hell of a time. But until then, try not to get any HIV. And watch out for barn dancers at midnight. If it's midnight and you're trying to sleep, put on some thunder sounds and don't go outside if you hear rednecks shooting off guns from the sky.
Especially from the sky. Till next time, my effects.
Till next time. Signing off.